Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news. All right, folks, buckle up because there's a lot to unpack here. The NFL offseason is always buzzing, especially when it involves potential moves that could shake up the division, and the latest whispers are pointing directly toward the Dallas Cowboys making a bold move to bolster their secondary. And we're talking about none other than Antoine Winfield, Jr., the talented safety from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, before you get too excited, yes, this is just speculation at this point, but the chatter among insiders suggests that the Cowboys are showing serious interest in acquiring Winfield, Jr. And for good reason. With the Bucs currently sitting at a 7-6 record, struggling to find consistency in 2025, there's talk that Tampa Bay might be looking to part ways with their versatile safety. And if the rumors are true, this could be a game-changer for Dallas's defense. Antoine Winfield, Jr. has established himself as one of the league's most dynamic safeties. He's not just a guy who lines up in the back and makes tackles. He's a true ball hawk, someone who can change the course of a game with a single play. Over his 6 seasons in the league, Winfield has accumulated impressive stats: 342 solo tackles, 170 assists, 18 zero sacks, 9 interceptions, and 10 forced fumbles. That's a player who impacts every facet of the game, whether it's making stops in the backfield, creating turnovers, or providing leadership in the secondary. He's been recognized with a Pro Bowl appearance and has played a key role in the Buccaneers' Super Bowl winning team. In 2025, despite dealing with some inconsistency in Tampa Bay, Winfield has still managed to shine. He's played 13 games, recording 42 solo tackles, 26 assists, and 68 combined tackles. His stats also include 1 sack, 8 quarterback hits, 2 interceptions, one of which he returned for a touchdown, and a handful of forced fumbles and fumble recoveries. His PFF coverage grade is an impressive 85.6, indicating that he's a reliable presence in pass coverage, and his EPA per tackle is plus 0.20, which is quite solid in today's NFL. One of his standout traits is his ability to make tackles in the backfield, minimizing yards after contact, which is exactly the kind of player the Cowboys need to solidify their defense. Now, why would Dallas be interested? Well, the Cowboys have been climbing on defense this season, but they still struggle with turnovers, something that can be the difference maker in tight games. Their defense has been giving up about 325 points so far, and while they've shown promise, they need that extra edge, that player who can elevate the unit and force turnovers. Winfield, Jr. could be that guy. His projected increase of around 15% in interceptions, combined with his ability to improve communication across the secondary by roughly 12%, makes him a perfect fit for what Dallas needs. Plus, he adds a tackling presence, about 1.8 tackles per game more than their current safeties, which could be vital in stopping the run, especially against teams like the Eagles and Giants, who love to run the ball. From a strategic standpoint, acquiring Winfield would not only strengthen the back end, but also add a veteran presence with playoff experience. He's been through the grind, played in high-stakes games, and knows what it takes to win at the highest level. His ability to force turnovers, more than 8 in a season, could be the spark Dallas's defense needs to become a true playoff nightmare. Think of how his presence would boost the unit, similar to how Derwin James elevated the Chargers' defense in 2025, or how Queen's trade to Baltimore gave the Ravens a much-needed boost in their linebacker core. The financial aspect is also worth considering. Tampa Bay is reportedly looking to free up cap space, about $11 million, by trading Winfield, Jr., in order to fund their rebuild and reallocate funds toward their wide receivers. The Buccaneers are also assessing their roster, especially after a season that's been marked by inconsistency. The trade value is said to be a second-round pick in the 2026 draft and a fourth-rounder in 2027, which is a reasonable price for a player of Winfield's caliber. This kind of deal could be a win-win. Tampa gets cap relief and draft capital, while Dallas gets a proven playmaker ready to step in immediately and make an impact. Now, let's talk about the impact this could have on the Cowboys' Super Bowl aspirations. Dallas has been on the rise this season, with a defense that's been steadily improving under Dan Quinn. But to truly compete at the highest level, especially in the playoffs, they need to take that next step, force more turnovers, tighten up coverage, and have game changers on defense. Winfield Jr. could be that piece. His ability to read plays, jump routes, and make big hits fits perfectly with the Cowboys' aggressive style. Plus, his experience and leadership could help stabilize the secondary, which has sometimes been vulnerable against top-tier offenses. Looking at the bigger picture, the NFC landscape is getting more competitive. The Eagles and 49ers are still dominant forces, but the Cowboys have a real shot at making a deep playoff run if they can continue to tighten up defensively. Adding a player like Winfield Jr. could be the difference between a good season and a great one. His playoff experience and knack for making game-changing plays could be crucial in those high-pressure moments, especially as Dallas aims to finally get over the hump and reach another Super Bowl. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet, and the Cowboys have to navigate cap space, roster needs, and Tampa Bay's asking price. But the possibility of bringing in Winfield Jr. has Cowboys fans buzzing. Imagine a secondary with Trevon Diggs, Deron Bland, and Winfield Jr., all working together to create chaos for opposing quarterbacks. The potential for turnovers would skyrocket, and that's exactly what this team needs to elevate their game even further. It's also worth mentioning that this move would send a clear message to the NFC. Dallas is serious about contending now and not waiting for next season to make bold moves. As we get closer to the draft and the trade deadline, expect rumors to heat up. The Cowboys have shown they're not afraid to make bold moves when it counts, and acquiring a player like Winfield Jr. could be a strategic masterstroke. It would also send a message to their division rivals that Dallas is all in for another Super Bowl run, and they're willing to do what it takes to strengthen their roster. The NFC East is always competitive, but with a safety like Winfield, the Cowboys could not only defend better, but also take control of their destiny. Now, I know some fans might be thinking about the cap implications or the risk involved in trading draft capital, but let me tell you, this is the kind of move that can define a franchise's season, if they land Winfield Jr. Expect the Cowboys' defense to look completely different, more aggressive, more confident, more capable of shutting down the league's best offenses. It's about building a team that's not just good enough, but great enough to finally bring that elusive Lombardi trophy back to Dallas. And let's not forget, the NFL is all about the playoffs. That's where legends are made and where every play counts. Winfield Jr. His history of stepping up in big moments makes him a perfect fit for this team. His playmaking ability could be the X factor in close games, especially if Dallas aims to clinch home field advantage or push deep into the postseason. This is the kind of move that can tip the scales and give the Cowboys that extra edge they need to finally get over the playoff hump. So in summary, all signs point to a potential game-changing trade that could reshape the Cowboys' secondary and give them a serious shot at making a deep playoff run. Whether or not it materializes, it's exciting to think about the possibilities and how this team might evolve in the coming weeks. Cowboys fans, this is what we live for. Big moves, bold ambitions, and the hope that this season will finally be the one we look back on as the start of another Super Bowl dynasty. Keep your eyes peeled, because if this deal goes through, it might be the move that takes Dallas to the next level. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. Do you think Winfield Jr. is the missing piece? Would you trade a second-round pick for him? Let us know, and don't forget I'll be back soon with more updates and analysis, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with moves like this on the horizon, the future looks brighter than ever. Keep the faith, Cowboys Nation. We're on the rise, and the best is yet to come.